Well, hello, it's me again. I am halfway through shaving and shaving my head. So, yeah, goatee's coming back, which makes me happy, I guess. I don't know, it's facial hair. It comes and goes. I can get rid of it anytime I like. I can grow it back. Apparently somebody's car outside is farting, so sorry if you had to hear that. But I got all my work done early today. I did not expect that. I actually managed to not only get all my ideas written down, including finalizing the idea list for self-storage, but I'm halfway through plotting Brimstone, and I am almost done with the idea list for... What the hell is going on outside? Sounds like somebody's murdering a set of railroad tracks or something. Anyway, back to the point. I am like 4 away from finishing the idea list for Old Bob, which is huge, which puts me well ahead of schedule, like 4 days ahead of schedule on those. Brimstone is taking a little bit longer because I'm not doing the idea list, I'm doing plot summaries, synopses, which take a little bit longer because they are longer, because my idea lists tend to be about 1 line, but also they include a lot more detail, like specific detail about the stories. So that takes a little bit longer, but I'm halfway done with that too, which is crazy to me. Scheduling is really, really helping me. It really is. Oh, also, a little behind the scenes thing I did here today. We haven't been tracking podcast listens, downloads. Some people call them Buzzsprout, which is the service we use, calls them listens, or tracks listens. I'm not sure what the difference is technically. I probably knew at one point when I first started, but I don't anymore. But we haven't really been tracking those on a daily basis in any, easy to find way, where we can see, oh, this day I had this day, we had this on this one or this on this one, and like release day tracking and that kind of stuff. We haven't been doing it. So I actually taught myself how to make a spreadsheet this morning, which is something I've never done before. Turns out it's not that hard. And having data and recognizing what data is useful is a big part of making something like this a success. Like a big part of it. I don't intend to try and be lucky. I intend to make decisions based on data. Sure, luck does come into it a good bit, but if you're prepared, you can take advantage of any situation that comes to hand. And being prepared includes knowing what the numbers are. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm also going to be tracking the effectiveness of ad campaigns, of marketing stuff, which, quite frankly, I'd rather track them than create them. If you guys watched my video from yesterday, you'll see that I'm not such a big fan of creating marketing material. It's not a strength of mine. I actually procrastinated on it yesterday. But I got it done, and first one went out today, and we'll see how it goes. But no, I got everything done. I was done by like 2 o'clock. Like I finished like 45 minutes ago, and that schedule is supposed to take me to 5. I severely overestimated the amount of time it would take me to make that spreadsheet, because that's something that honestly intimidates me. It's a type of work I've never really done before, and it was easy. It was simple. Why don't we all have spreadsheets for just like everything? Really easy to do. I like one Google search explained everything I needed to do for me. I like that. And now I remember it because I did it. Well, we'll see if I remember it in, a month when I have to do it again, but, I'm going to start tracking beginning of next month so I have a fresh month to start with, and I'm going to track every day. Performance for each one every day. Growth and drops and all that stuff. I'm sure that's all really, really interesting to everybody out there watching this. Basically, all of this, it's important for me to do because this is a business. And I need all that information. I'm going to build some stuff for budgeting and things like that too. Find out what this business actually costs to run because I'm not even sure at this point. I can't go into a meeting if somebody's looking to buy, or lease or, invest, which I'm not expecting to happen, mind you. But if the opportunity comes up, I want to be able to say what our operating costs are. I want to know what our operating costs are, and I don't even know that yet. It wouldn't be hard to figure out, but I don't know it, which is weird. That is something I should absolutely know, and I'm the kind of person who would want to know that. So it just kind of shows what a weird place my head's been in the past few months, I'm sure along with everybody else's, that I didn't even bother to get that data together. I am beginning to understand that I don't, and I've said this before on social media and in videos and other places and things like that, I don't fit in super well with the average writer online. And if I do, they're not as honest about it, because while this is something I love doing, I love telling stories, I love writing stories, I love, performing characters and being in that space and, doing the audio stuff. I love everything about what I do to tell a story, and I love editing books and, producing book covers and back of book information and writing books. I won't hide the fact that it's a business, or I'm not deluded enough to think that it isn't a business. It's not a romantic pursuit for me. It's something I love to do, and it's something I'm passionate about, but I feel like from what I've seen, a lot of people have blinders on. That, sometimes you have to turn off the I'm an artist thing and deal with the I'm running a business thing. Especially indies, because we're the only ones doing it for us. We don't have a marketing team. We don't have accountants. I don't think. Most of us don't have accountants or bookkeepers or a staff or any of that. And that's one of the advantages, weirdly, of traditional publishing, is you don't really have to worry about that side of things. But as an independent, or technically a small business, I do. And I think indies really need to think of themselves as small businesses. We're a creative business, we're in a creative industry, but we are a business. Like every single one of us. We're small businesses. And I know there's a few out there who agree with me, and I'm friends with a couple people who agree with me, but the vast majority of people I see online, and it may just be skewed because it's the people I see online, I admit that data set might be, might have some confirmation bias in it, but the vast majority of people I see either ignore, don't understand, or choose not to discuss the fact that this is a business. And ignoring that is how creatives get screwed. There's nobody out there teaching courses in contract negotiation for authors, or there's no information on what's a fair deal for distribution. Like, it's kept quiet, and I think to a certain degree it's kept quiet on purpose so that they don't have to offer fair deals to everybody, the people who offer those deals. And that's a little annoying, honestly. But when, you know, people who write for fun, that's great, you write for fun. You want to make a career out of it, you need to start thinking about the business side of it and putting a value on your time, putting a cash value on your time. And sure, you know, it's easy to say, well, that takes all the fun out of it. Well, yeah, it does, but it will help put money in your pocket. It'll help you from getting screwed on a contract. It'll help you, you know, grow your brand. You know, taking those priorities into account. Because writing is only the writing process. That's including editing, pre-writing, all of that. For an indie is only 50% of what we do. At most. The rest of it is marketing and budgeting and business stuff and dealing with copyright issues, and I mean, there's just so much else that goes into it, and nobody, like, everybody talks about, oh, my work in progress, and, you know, this is what my characters are doing, and nobody's saying, hey, you might want to check on these laws that just got enacted, or this statute that just got changed having to do with contract law, or hey, does anybody realize that this is a normal thing to go in a contract? Should this be normal? Like, nobody talks about the business side of it. And I'm not super, like, I'm not an expert on the business side of it any more than I'm an expert on the creative side of it. But that really should be talked about. It should be discussed openly and freely, just like we talk about our characters and our works in progress. We should be talking about our contract negotiations and our dealings with agents and our dealings with publishers and all of that stuff. Because bet your ass they talk about you. But the minute any one of us speaks up about one of them behaving badly, it's a blacklist. You know, because they talk about each other. Or they talk to each other about us. Yeah, I've pretty much given up on getting an agent at this point because I've bashed them multiple times. But, you know, we should normalize having those conversations about that kind of stuff, about agents, about what a deal should look like for a first-time author or a second-time author, or, you know, what representation should look like, what you should expect them to do for you, what you shouldn't. Same with publishing, same with advertising for people in my world and, you know, who do podcasts and audio work. We should be talking about what to expect and what is a fair deal and what isn't, and who's a scumbag and who isn't. And we're not. So I'd love to see more of those conversations. I have gone over time. I meant to keep this under 10 minutes. Oh well. Anywho, the dogs are back. So I'm going to cut this one here. As always, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. It's always helpful. Helps with the algorithm and makes me feel better about myself, quite honestly. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, NJ Sullivan here. Don't forget to click the Linktree link in the description below where you can get access to all of our podcasts, our merch store, and our Patreon. And if you decide to become a patron, you get early access to all of our podcasts, an exclusive live stream, and tons of other really cool stuff. Thanks for watching.